and the story is just to, in the archaeology, there is parts of different parts to go to the past, no? And it's the same. We have a story. It's a story of a serial killer, but at the same time we go to the movies, looking to the cinema like an archaeological way. I'm sorry.
No, you speak very well. You know, it seems like there are certain film models that you might be following. Maybe not. El Mar is a very classically told film in a certain way. In other ways, it's not. But maybe you could talk explicitly about what some of those models are for you, those influences. Because if you're dealing expressly with the materiality of cinema, it's one thing. Maybe you're looking at more experimental filmmakers. If you're looking at more classical approach, you're looking at maybe Hollywood. So maybe you could say some of your models.
You asked me about my influence,
yes.
No? I think I am a lot academic in the way to do the movies. But the different thing is the way that use the topics, no? And normally they are one mixing between the cruelty and the poetry. That's different, and that makes the films strange, no? But my influence, for example, I love Hitchcock. I think is very important because I love the terror horror movies and the fantastic. And all of this part, it was I don't use that to feel fair, no? And I used to, in a psychological way. I think that makes special movies.
Okay. Perhaps there's any questions from the audience that we could take. Yes, please.
What is your relation with animals?
Oh, there's a microphone for you.
What is your relation with animals? Because in El Mar you killed, well, some dog, I guess. A cat. There was a cat killed in El Mar. Now a horse. Some birds.
My relation with the animals is very good. I have a cat, a black cat.
Okay.
But no, say I don't understand because in a lot of films you can kill a lot of people. For example, in the American films, but when you kill a cat or you. That's terrible, no? I think that sometimes it's important to see the cruelty of the things, because not to provoke people, just to understand what happens after that. And I think it's important to you know what I mean? It's for that, but I love the animals.
Yes, more questions, please. Anyone? Well, I'd like to know a little bit more about how you kind of navigate. Now, Pa Negra, your last film, Black Bread, has had a success in San Sebastián, 100,000 spectators in Spain. This must be a new feeling, and now it's going to be released in some other territories too. Does that work into your way of making films? I mean, is this going to change you?
Sí. Que tengas tanto éxito con Pan Negra, que
Sí.
significa un cambio para...
Sí. I don't know. I don't have the habitude to connect with the public as big as with this film with Black Bread, no, with Pan Negra. I don't know. Now I'm working in a TV project with Argentina, Spain and Argentina, and just it's one year working. And after that, now I'm all the people want to work with me. It never happens before, but I want to think how to continue. I don't want to be exit successful. I don't like that. I want to. I need to think.
But does that mean making a smaller cinema?
I don't know. See, probably. I prefer to make films is very near to me, and I don't like when the film it becomes something bigger than you. I don't know. As you are in the mouth of a lot of people. Your work is there, and I don't know. I'm confused yet.
But I mean, would the next step, for example, be, say, taking a video camera and making something more essayistic?
No.
No?
No, because I don't have to use the video camera. No, I need to I think it's very important. Always people say the same things, but it's true. The team, people who work with you is very, very important. I don't want to do nothing alone. No, you need these people.
Well, let's talk about the aspect of collaboration in your films. You work with a lot of the same technicians, and what in what sense is that kind of informing this approach, this kind of a little bit hands off, and how do you see that reflected in the films themselves?
I don't know. Some of them, we started to work together in the short films years ago. For example, the director of photography, musician, but no sé, we work. It's a normal work. We know how we are looking at each one, and that's all. It's not very complicated.
Well, you see a lot of directors, a lot of young Spanish directors now, really just taking the camera on their own, going out. Isaki La Cuesta, for example, will take a camera and go or do a video project with, or Guerin will take still photographs and make a video essay and things like this. I mean, in a way, it's in your filmography, you see experimental examples in hybrid forms. So you see that there is some kind of inclination on your part to explore maybe a more handmade type of thing.
Que tú tienes una historia de utilizar diferentes formas híbridas y que podría también
I mean, also,
trabajar de esta manera.
Yeah.
Also because of the difficulty of financing.
But probably, I don't know. But for example, I love the work of Guerin, Isaki, and Jordan. There is in Catalonia. There's fantastic people who work as a documentary, but they go far away in another. But I don't know how to do that. I'm trying to tell a story in a normal. It's very normal. It's very academic. That's I like to explain. It's not for me to investigate or to be experiment. I don't feel I am I don't feel.
Well, I don't feel like your work is academic. I really don't.
Bueno, maybe it's not academic, but you know what I mean. It's I don't want to crush anything to make something new. No, it's not my idea.
Well, a retrospective like this kind of affords you the opportunity to look back at your work and to see different things possibly. A lot of directors don't like retrospectives because they say, I'm not finished yet.
I don't know, because I think it's my first retrospective. No, there's one in New York last month, but it's during 30 years I'm making movies. This is the first time that I can remember they have a lot of films of myself, no?
But what does it mean for you? I mean,
the meaning of the retrospective?
No, but the opportunity, let's say, to talk about your work again.
Yeah. Nothing. No. No.
You're not finished, of course.
No, I hope so.
Any other questions from the audience, please? Yes.
Yes, I have a question, because at the beginning you said that you feel that in the Spanish cinema you are considered as a director maldito, you said. And do you think now that with the 14 nominations that you have for the Goya prizes, do you think this may be a kind of that the Spanish cinema is making the peace with you, or?
These 14 nominations that you mean in the awards of the Academic of Spain, that's it's a surprise for all the people, for me of course, and for a lot of people. But I think this is the film Pan Negra. I think this film. I don't know why they go to the audience and he has won a place, no? People like this movie, and I imagine this because the characters of the main roles are very closely to the heart of the people. They can connect easy in an easy way, and I don't know what happens after that. I think doesn't mean that the idea of the Spanish cinema is changing. No, I think it's changing every day. It's changing, of course, and I don't know. It changes a lot for me. Just to call me and say, "You want to make a film of this thing?" But nothing more. Eh? I think there is 1 or 2 months more noises, and that's all.
But maybe this signals or points towards a real change in Spanish cinema, I think. At least I see it. At least when the time, let's say when you started making films and in the mid-90s, a lot of these films weren't available for people to see. You had to go to specific cinematheque or a small festival. And now this seems they circulate, they're out there. We can kind of begin to compare you and put you into context with the other directors that we've mentioned, for example. I think it's changing, and I think they're changing for the better.
Sí, a ver.
Que antes para ver una película tuya la gente tenía que ir a un cine pequeño y desconocido, y ahora estás más accesible.
Ha cambiado para mejor.
Sí, sí, pero it's not true, eh? Because the other films, no. Today will be in a small place again. Eh? I think it's Black Bread or Pa Negra. It's a special thing. This is a main film, no sé. But for example, the films of Guerino, Fisaki, they are in a small, and probably my next film will be again in a small place.
Yeah, but in a way, we've sort of expanded in the global sense.
I think that the choice has changed in the Spanish movies. There is a very different things now. A lot of very different. It's like ¿cómo se dice? Un abanico with different things. Sí, sí.
May I ask you something?
Yes, please.
Do you long to be small?